Mitrom and Bandhuvam, Vanakamu Swagatamu. Welcome to South Asia Maps Dr. J. Reddy Education Channel. We are continuing our geographic explorations of Israel, Palestine, West Bank, Gaza series. And previously we have identified round about 39 or so physiographic regions of the Greater British Mandatory Palestine region. And in this part, we are exploring a particular physiographic region that is called Wadi regions, eastern part, Nahal Arugot and Nahal Mishmar, Nahal Shilim, and Nahal Heimar. Nahal is a small, temporary, seasonal water course or a wadi, a type of seasonal riverbed. That means it carries a very rare amount, rarely certain amount of water in very small quantities compared to the normal rivers or in the Middle East, Persian, Arabic world, they are called dariyas. And this part we will explore today. And Mitranaram, all these presentations I have posted for your benefit, around about 850 or so, in South Asia Maps JRD. You can explore there further. And here I am giving a gist, a bird's eye view of what I have delineated in Israel-Palestine series, and we have taken round about 40 or so geographic regions and have grouped the 5 or 6 each time and given a brief bird's eye view A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And here in part 12, we are exploring a particular geographic region. I clubbed these Nahal Shilim and Nahal, Heimar, and those Wadi or Nahal regions in one place. We'll talk about them. And for your benefit, I am showing here a picture where I have delineated all these 39 or 40 or so physiographic regions, geographic regions. Exploring physiographic maps, which gives a sort of three-dimensional topographic that how a habitat looks in terms of physical features like the mountains, hills, gorges, water bodies, etc., gives a better understanding of the local geography and which underlies current history, economics, politics also, compared to two-dimensional standard political maps of geopolitical entities. So we explore this further. The same thing I am showing here, much broader information. If you keep this map overall, you will get a broader understanding of this. You have to keep in map, and once this map is in your memory, it will be much easier for you to follow these things. I have put these here in a bigger font. Nahal Wadi seasonal river. We are exploring these Nahals, Wadis, temporary water bodies, seasonal rivers. Arugot and Mishmar, Tseelim and Heimar, a part of Israeli geography, and Arugot, it ends near a town called Ein Gedi, and Mishmar here, and Mishmar and nearby Nahal, Asil, Nahal, Arduf. These are very small wadis, Nahal. So, Nahal Shilam is the north of a historic fort town called Masada. And north of Jin Valley, there is a Nahal again called Heimar that ends into a Rift Valley and eventually in the Dead Sea near a town called Neve Johar. So I have given there the mouths. Mouth means where the water body ends into a bigger water body or something like that. So the Wadis is flowing into Endoheric region. Endoheric means it's not a open ocean or sea or a bay. Means Dead Sea is an inland lake essentially. Dead Sea inland salt lake. That is also one of the lowest point on the planet Earth, Bhumat, around about below 400 meters sea level. When you see the Gaza town or Tel Aviv and Haifa, so on, they are on the near maybe 5-6 meters above mean sea level. This is around about 400 meters below mean sea level. The Dead Sea, the Nahal Arugot, Nahal Mishmar, Nahal Tseelim, and Nahal Heimar. Remember, I am not local to this area. My pronunciation will be different, and also pronunciations, Hebrew and Arabic and spellings are Romanized spellings are very different. So I have put here the spelling so that if you have any misunderstanding, you can refer here. The borders of this is the region, this is the Heimar Wadi, this is the Arad town, this is the Beersheba, is the big urban conglomeration in the Negev desert region, that is the southern district of Israel, and there are around about 6+1 district in Israel. So in the valley, Beersheba and valley Arad, south of Arad town, there is the Heimar. This is the Heimar Wadi. North of Arad town, there is a Tseelim Wadi. Heimar Wadi and Tseelim Wadi. Then you can see Mishmar Wadi. You can see Arugot Valley Wadi. So this is a Dead Sea. Dead Sea in the pot is connected by, because now a lot of water has been withdrawn, there is a Lynch Strait that connects southern Dead Sea, we can say northern Dead Sea. And this peninsula is called Listen Peninsula. The tip is called Cape Costigan. So you have to remember. So Heimar, Arad, Tseelim. This is the Judean hills. This is the West Bank region, Palestine region, and Hebron is the popular urban center in this area. And further north is Bethlehem, and further north is Jerusalem, the historic Jewish city, Jerusalem. And the escarpment falls into Judean desert, this the lowland Rift Valley. Eventually, these all the Nahals, Wadis, they drain into Dead Sea. That is their mouth, Dead Sea. So the borders are, this is the Jordanian escarpment here. There is a Wadi Muzib and there is a Wadi Hasa. If you don't get them here, I will take you to different physiographic maps where you will see these things in much clarity. So there is a potash town, extraction of potash fertilizers in the Hishmite kingdom of Jordan. So borders are the Lisan Peninsula, the Dead Sea, Salt Lake, Jordanian escarpment, upland, the Judean desert and Judean hills, and this is the Negev area. That means the transition zone between the Negev region and Negev desert area and Judean desert is this. Arad town is in the northeastern part of Negev. We can say Judean desert starts in this area, more or less. And landmarks are the Dead Sea sinkholes and Masada Historic Fort and National Park. And there are the caves called Qumran Caves where Dead Sea scrolls were discovered. And there is the hotel establishment like that, a popular tourist destination, Ein Gedi and Ein Bokek are in this area. You can see Ein Gedi here and Ein Bokek will be somewhere here. So this is not a run-on-mill talk. So I have put this effort a lot so that the users will get a greater and broader understanding of this fascinating region. So here I am showing the landmark is the Dead Sea. Here, this is the West Bank Palestine region. So you can remember this is the the Lynch Strait, this is the peninsula, Lysan Peninsula, that is the Cape. So you got it, southern Dead Sea here, northern Dead Sea here. See, these are the craters, erosional craters called circus or mactasium in the local language. So this is the Ramon Mactation, and you have to remember this so that to navigate these things very easily. Ramon here, this is the biggest, this is the big and small, this is the Gedol, this is the Katan. So this is the Jin Valley or Shin Valley region. So once we have done, in the Jordanian side escarpment, you can see this is the Muzib. Remember the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the popular political leader of Purbi Bengal, East Bengal, Bangladesh, 1975 assassination, you can remember this. So Muzib Wadi, this is the Hassa Wadi. So you can very clearly see this is the Tseelim. So this is the Heimar, this is the Heimar, this is the Tseelim, this is the Arugot. Mishmar here, Mishmar and those three or four are here. So you can very easily see this is the Beersheba Arod basin, Arad and Beersheba basin. This is the Wadi also here. This Giant's Beshor that it goes into the Gaza stream. This is the Hebron area. And this is the Judean hills. This is the Judean desert. So we got it very clear here, and I will go down so that you will get a clarity there. So you can see that. And I will take you to the different maps so that you will get a other different clarity. And here I'm showing the same thing in a different perspective. Wadi Zin or Sin Valley that drains the two craters Mekeshin. We omit that, we look in the next part. You can see Heimar. I can read here, I don't know whether you can do it or not. There is a Nevi Johar, a small settlement Nevi Johar here. So this is the southern Dead Sea, Lynch Peninsula. This is the northern Dead Sea. Here also I can read this is the Heimar, this is the Tseelim. Tseelim, there is the Masada, old historic fort here. Maybe 5-10 kilometers north is the river Tseelim, joins the Rift Valley into Dead Sea here. So Heimar here, Tseelim here. I can also read here Arugot. You can read the uh, NEGEV. This is the hotel establishment for the visitors of the Dead Sea. This is the northern Dead Sea, Lynch Peninsula. Here you cannot see that easily. This is the Mishmar and there are other things. I will show here. Your landmark is the headquarters of southern district Negev region of Israel, Beersheba here, and other development town Arad here. So north of Arad is, that is the Tseelim, south of Arad is the Heimar, and the border between the Palestinian region, the West Bank, and the Israel is the En Gedi, where Arugot Wadi flows. I will show you this in a different perspective, and so what here, Muzib, you can see in the East Bank, that is the Trans-Jordan region. Trans means across, cis means this side. We are taking Jerusalem, the British Mandatory Palestine Administrative Center, cis and trans, Jordan River, like that. So Muzib Wadi, Hasa Wadi. So you have to remember the craters, Mactash. So here the small Mactash, and I will move this, small Mactash, and big Mactash. Bigger Mactash Ramon is downstream, we are not interested. So whenever two, this the big and large Mactash, this is the Jin Valley or Sin valleys. That we will explore further. What we are seeing here is the Heimar. This is the Heimar Wadi, this is the Tseelim Wadi, this is the Mishmar and other Wadis, this is near En Gedi, this Wadi is the Arugot. So you should get a clarity there. Because this is the low-lying area, you have seen in different color. Let's if I put is around about 390 mean sea level below the sea. That's why it looks like a sea, but like that. This is the Lysan Peninsula and so on. So this is the low-lying area. If you look at this in a different perspective, so you can see here again, this is the, you can see this Arod town, Beersheba town. So this is the Heimar, this is the Tseelim, this is the Arugot and Mishmar. There, this is the Muzib and Hasa Wadi, Rift Valley and Dead Sea area. You can see the same thing in different perspective. So the border south is further Araba Valley around about 180 kilometers or so. The Wadi joins into the southern part of it. So you can see there, this is the Ketan, this is the Gedol, erosional craters, and you can see the Tseelim, so Heimar, Tseelim, and Arugot and Mishmar there, Muzib and Hasa very clearly, and that's also you can see the Ketan, this the crater, Ketan crater, Gedol crater very easily there, and I'm trying to show the same thing here in different. Remember, Tseelim. I can hear Tseelim. Remember, the spellings can be different. Oh, does it pop up? Okay. So Tseelim, this is the Tseelim. I can see Tseelim. And north of Masada is Tseelim. And Heimar is in the Zohar region. Heimar in the Zohar region. Nove Zohar. This is the Heimar. Nove Zohar region. You can also Ein Heimar. I can read here Ein Heimar. Heimar is the southern part. This is the south. Dead Sea. This is the Lynch Peninsula. And North Dead Sea. Masada means this is the Tseelim. And further, you can see the En Gedi. I can read here En Gedi. That is the Arugot. And Beersheba and Arad, you can see En Gedi. And this is the Heimar, this is the Tseelim, Potashidi, this is the Muzib Wadi, Hasa Wadi will be somewhere here, the Hasa Wadi. So I am trying to, Mishmar is a little bit hard to find. Here I have pointed Mishmar. I will take you to Mishmar so that Mishmar Wadi. So you can see the Mishmar Wadi and other a couple of wadis there. You can Engedi means Arugot. You can see Nahal Mishmar. Nahal means wadi, small stream. You can see Nahal Mishmar. And other small wadis I am not trying to show here. I have mentioned here. They are the Asil and Harudut Mishmar. I combined them all together. In the next presentation, Mitrana will be exploring further very interesting Jin Valley, and that is surrounded by the basin of the Nahal Jin, Nahal Sin in the Negev desert. Overlooking the Jin Valley, there is a Yeruhan town and Sidboker, where the first premier of State of Israel David Ben-Gurion, originally from a Polish immigrant, and he spent a lot of his final days and made his home. So we look at that in the next presentation. Hope this presentation will bring you a good understanding of very fascinating land of the state of Israel. And even though this is a very small area, around about 22,000 square kilometers or so, compared to 150 million square kilometers of the planet Earth, this is the British Mandatory Palestine, Israel, and East Bank, Gaza also near to the choke points like Babel Mandab and the states of uh, the states and Egyptian, that is the Suez Canal, states of Tehran. So it's very important to understand this region. So I am bringing a deeper understanding of that. And Mitranam, see you in the next presentation. Your presenter, Dr. J. Reddy, Joggari Tirupati Reddy from South Asia Maps Education Channel, Intellectual Kshatriyas Channel.